Okay, it's been a very difficult day. We have deep snow, cold, wind's let up a little bit, and the terrain is pretty flat. So thought I'd give you a little view of what we're working through. Never know when you'll have a chance again. And while it's been tough, it's pretty amazing out here, and I wanted to capture it a little bit. So you can see we're up a little higher. Frost is on these trees, and it's got to be 6 or 8 inches on the ground. So that's all for now. I'll be back. Well, I made it to Klingman's Dome. This is the highest spot of the Appalachian Trail. Obviously, we had a good day. It's brutally cold and windy here. Take a look at what we're seeing. So, this is looking north. This, of course, will be looking more east. Lose some of the view with the sun over here. Come back. It is so cold. Give a little view of the west over here. This is the ramp you walk up to get here. And that's 360. The video that I took was in the Great Smokies, and it didn't really look a lot like this. As you will recall, the trail was covered with snow. We went into the Smokies on a Tuesday, a pretty nice day, and got hit hard on Wednesday and Thursday with cold, bitter cold snow, sometimes deep snow. I came off the trail because I had a little trouble with this cell phone, and then I found I had a little ache in my hip, and I needed to do a little business, needed to get some documents signed. So I spent 2 days in Gatlinburg doing all those things, and today is Sunday, and of course we got a beautiful day. And this, of course, is a view of the Smokies from the trail. And be heading up this way. We've been walking on a ridge really ever since Newfound Gap. There was a place where I started this morning, which was the place where, of course, I got off the trail on Thursday. Okay, this should be my last day in the Smokies, although it's going to require a pretty long day, my longest day ever, to get to the hostel that I'm trying to get to. And if it doesn't work out, there's a shelter 3 miles short of there. Thought I would show you this. It's one of the things that we talked about winter hiking was, the snow and ice, and what kind of precautions you might have to take. And from about where I am now, I'm going to descend all day, about 15 miles, actually walk under I-40 in western North Carolina. But before I get to do that, we've got these trails, and after snow and sun and freeze and thaw, we have pretty tough trails. I started this morning in normal hiking shoes, and it's just too slippery. So one of the winter items that we talked about on one of the blog posts and the podcast were micro spikes, and you should be able to hear those crunching pretty loudly as I cross through this snow and ice. It's very slippery. I don't know how. There's a number of people ahead of me. I was unusually one of the later ones out of camp this morning. I think because we had the mildest night and the mildest morning, I actually was able to sit at the shelter table, cook some breakfast, have a cup of coffee, and sort of get ready for a long day. So I know there are 3 or 4 friends of mine up ahead, only one of whom has microspikes, so be curious how quickly I catch them, because I can't believe they can move very quickly in these conditions. One of my friends I tented with last night, kind of acknowledged that it'd be good to have them, and he's, when we were coming off of Klingman's Dome, he just, he fell 5 or 6 times just trying to maneuver. So it could be like this for a whole day. So while the micro spikes are heavy, I've now used them for 3 days, and they are, for me, invaluable. I'm very glad that I had them. So that's all for right now. Okay, it's I don't know what day it is. I think it's Monday. It is my last day in the Great Smoky National Park. It certainly was a visit of different dimensions. Hopefully you have seen the bitter cold and snow and challenge we had in the first half of our trip in the Smokies. And now as I walk the last mile in the Smokies, at least on the Appalachian Trail, it's a mild day. I'm hiking in shorts, and I'm actually on the warm side. It's probably 50, maybe mid-50s. It was mild last night. It was one of the first mild nights we've had since I've been on the trip. So it's been a good day. We were almost at 6,000 feet last night, so we spent the entire day coming 15 miles downhill almost the whole way. We had a couple of ups, but mostly it's been down, 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 down. And I'm still going down, and I expect pretty soon here in the next 10-15 minutes to see the exit, the border, whatever it might look like, for the Great Smoky National Park. So from having evenings in the teens and not a single day above freezing, to now having 2 mild days, and today even being on the warm side, it certainly has been different. Great, really great hike through the Smokies. Anyway, all is well. If I haven't mentioned it, I did have had trouble with this phone that made me go into Gatlinburg. And before I went into Gatlinburg, the day before I went in, my left hip was bothering me. So it worked out well that I was going into town, and I did end up taking 2 days off, and yesterday was the first day back after the sore hip, and it was remarkably good. I couldn't believe how good it felt considering I just took some time off. So I'm going to come back. There'll probably be a sign as I exit the park, and I'll show you that as I leave the Smokies. Well, here I am at Davenport Gap. It was a little anticlimactic. It came from up here over my shoulder. Thought there might be a big Great Smoky Mountain sign here, but not very much. Newfound Gap sign, or at least measurement to Newfound Gap, as of course we came those 31.4 miles just in 2 days. My 2 biggest days, an 18-mile day today and a 16-mile day. Well, 16-mile day to yesterday and a little over 15 today, but I'm still going to go about 2.5 more today. So 18 will be my biggest day. Here's a fairly unique view. I've been climbing Snowbird Mountain all morning, and we're just about there. We get up to this grassy bald and look back at the Smokies, where I just climbed out of there yesterday and then climbed up here today. But here's essentially the bald, and there's some kind of weather, whatever tower up here, and we're going to continue on this bald. You can see the posts out there marking the trail and going up over there. So we're going to head out over there. Again, there's the Smokies out there. Hard to see with these trees here, and then back here. So we get a little farther, I'll see if there's anything else to show you. Okay, I walked probably a couple hundred yards, maybe a quarter of a mile to the end of this bald, and you can see a little more what that tower, weather station is, whatever. And come down here, and this will be the top of the bald here. Trail's gonna go off to the left here and go down the hill. But the thing to capture here is Smokies. Watch this. So anyway, this was the first objective of the day, to get up to the top of this grassy bald, about 4.5 miles, pretty steep climb. Nice hiking day. You can see it's been sunny all day and the clouds are coming in. We're told there's going to be snow or rain tomorrow, even tonight. So I think this will be maybe the best views we have today as it clouds up.